fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
High society sharing with you. Laughs and tales, fresh with the two. Join the chat, find something new.
It is High Society Radio. We are live on the Gas Digital Network. I'm your host, Chris Vega.
I'm Chris Stanley.
That's right. And we are back again, as always, on High Society Radio. The world is fine.
Ooh, is it?
That's what Deepseek told me.
I mean, I'm always on Deepseek, man. I love that app. It's great.
I downloaded it on an old iPad mini that's like still has the
Smart.
button on it.
Oh, nice.
You know what's funny is you download it, it is built for a phone, so it's like little on the iPad.
Oh, is it? That's
screen.
funny.
Yeah.
I have Deepseek. I just constantly search about Tiananmen Square. That's all I do.
Yeah, what does it say?
I mean, nothing.
No,
but
it's 'cause it
also
didn't happen?
But also, I also have Wikipedia, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wait. Oh, the Chinese are fucking hiding things? Oh,
What?
this is crazy. Pwned them. So sick of social media and people just fuck. The amount of people like, yeah, you know, if you search Tiananmen Square, it doesn't show up. Then it says like it can't. Well, no shit. No fucking shit, Dick. This isn't Red Note. Also, follow Mr. Beast 2 on Red Note. I'm always talking about Tiananmen Square on there. I'm a power user on that platform, by the way.
is that true?
They call me Mr. Beast Tiananmen Square 2. I fucking love the Red. Wait, I got some dirty messages on the Red Note. Hold on. Someone was like, "Be my slave" or something, and I think it was either a real.
Wait, was
or
it G? And is he going to send you to where the Uyghurs live?
It was either a real or a bot woman. Hold on. Thank you for the like. I can't find it now, but I swear to God. Oh, someone named China Spy is thank you for the like. Great. So look, I'm on Deepseek. I'm on fucking Red Note.
But I got into a conversation about
sorry,
Red
go
Note
ahead.
after our podcast. I was playing darts at the bar around the corner from your house.
I
And this dude was saying he was on there. I was talking about you being on there. And he was talking about he's on there. And
why?
it just seems like a better, I was like, yeah, but like the bullshit about like violence, government sponsored violence in China. I was like talking about, I've been talking about like the numbers. It's like, because like whatever, the United States on paper locks up more of its citizens than any other country, and it's disgusting, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And we've talked about it on the show. We stopped talking about it once a black guy became president. It's like, turns out that's not a problem anymore. We're never going to talk about it again.
No. Private prisons, that's not an issue.
Private prisons are not real. The federal prisons are the actual issue. State
I'm
prisons are the issue.
fucking going to Guantanamo, dog. Jesus, it's fucking crazy.
No, I mean the actual like government-run prisons are significantly less than 10% of people are in private prisons nationally.
All right, well, there's a bunch of people in prison.
Yeah,
Go.
prisons. So the actual thing is like, I'll be like, well, we don't really. It's kind of like how the Prince of Saudi Arabia is actually the richest man alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Elon Musk, but we just don't have the numbers. It's like we don't have the numbers on how many Chinese people are in prison.
Oh, no.
And the guy just goes, well, it doesn't seem as forward facing and this and that. And then there was like, I was talking about that. I mentioned that thing, and you have to mention the news source, and it has to be one that people find intimidating. And that's a big part of the reason I read The Economist. When people have asked why I mentioned The Economist on the show is because people are intimidated by The Economist. So if that's where you're citing for just basic things, you can kind of get
You get a little pass on that.
you get a little pat.
Economist is good
Even
also.
though it's a
I like
center-right
Yeah.
publication.
Yeah, sure.
And you like even from like some fucking dude with dangly earrings in a bar in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? But this guy's like, I was talking about the, remember we talked about the mass killings in China that are starting to grow the same way they are growing in other wealthy nations?
Yeah, but they're just reclassifying them not as like murders, right?
Well, no, they are classified as murders, but they're not mass shootings.
Yeah,
They're
gotcha.
the driving deaths that they've happened in Times Square. Those tend to be terrorist attacks. But then there's also mass stabbings in malls where guys will just show up to a mall with two big ass kitchen knives and just stab a bunch of people.
Yeah, just kill or just
Yeah.
slice, whatever.
But you can't find that on Red Note.
No, let's see what's on Red Note. It's still mostly Chinese people welcoming someone like myself, Mr. Beast 2. I'm a TikTok refugee. Let's see. There's a cat. Look at that. That fucking cat's
That's a
great.
pretty cute cat. I almost forget about all the problems in the world.
Shit, dancing.
That chick is hot. Can you send me that?
Do you have Red Note?
No.
Oh, look, this Red Note knows me, dog. Look at that, fucking dancing ladies.
That chick's got a nice
Cats.
stomach. Let me see that. Let me see that again.
Food.
What?
Hold up, I can't read anything on the screen, but that's her.
Yeah, that chick's attractive. I don't think she's AI either.
She's Deepseek. That's a
Oh, that's
Deepseek.
Deepseek?
Oh, how to say fuck you in Chinese? Shamakwe. All right, sorry about that. To a lot of this is a Chinese heavy episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're doing so much stuff with the DeepSeek. Now, NVIDIA took a fucking tank. I believe you told me not to short NVIDIA, but whatever.
Don't listen to me, man, for financial matter.
You did say not financial advice right afterwards.
That's a good
So
point.
it's not actionable in any way. Why would they, by the way, you know what? Maybe China should win. Why would America create coconut seltzer?
Look, man, so here's the
This
thing.
isn't good.
Look, I love Polar, the brand. It's my second favorite brand of seltzer. I love coconut, yet I don't like a coconut seltzer either.
This is not a good product.
Here's the thing. We're in the midst of not only an AI war, but a seltzer war. Because let me tell you why.
There's a lot more seltzers than there used to be.
Soda is deader than dead, okay? Seltzer, that's where it's at. People don't want no sugar. So all these fucking beverage companies are like, we got to get that seltzer flavor out
But
there.
I've been putting red dye in my seltzer.
Me too.
It's ringing endorsement right there.
Love that shit. I tried to storm RFK Jr.'s meeting,
Yeah?
but they wouldn't let me in.
No, they wouldn't. Yeah.
I was, you know how like when people wear fur, they throw fucking red paint. I was just throwing red dye number 5, so, and anyone I thought was associated with it.
Yeah. It was the Lucky Charms leprechaun came by.
This is murder. What, sir? You're just overweight.
I need more of this. My blood is red dye number 4.
Yeah. Then why are you wasting it on us?
Did you hear Bernie Sanders ask him if he acknowledges the onesie that
No.
the charitable organization?
No.
He goes, I acknowledge that vaccines work. And
okay.
Bernie Sanders says, do you acknowledge this onesie? Because apparently some fucking nonprofit or something that RFK used to run sells onesies that say this baby's not vaccinated. Do you know what I'm talking about, Arrington? Seems like up your alley.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the Twitter video here.
I wonder what sold more, Doug tanks or this no vaccine,
Doug
no
as
baby.
fuck, dude. He's getting no pussy.
Okay, here we go.
Where's this one?
Hey, how come Domino's Pizza is texting you at 2 a.m, Kamala, and saying, don't worry, baby, I'll get a new talk show soon?
That's not the fucking pizza tracker,
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
which I heard is bullshit.
All right, let's watch.
They're actually lying to us.
You're really pro-vaccine, you want to ask questions. You have started a group called the Children's Health Defense. You're the originator. Right now, as I understand it, on their website, they are selling what's called onesies. These are little things, clothing for babies. One of them is
see
titled
that.
Unfaxed, Unafraid. Next one, and they're sold for $26 a piece, by the way. Next one is no vax, no problem. Now you're coming before this committee and you say
This
you're
is what,
pro-vaccine.
$26?
Just want to ask some questions. And yet your organization
What about
is
me?
making money selling a child's product to parents for $26, which casts fundamental doubt on the usefulness of vaccines. Can you tell us now that you will, now that you are pro-vaccine, that you're going to have your organization take these products off the market?
Senator, I have no power over that organization. I'm not part of it. I resigned from the board.
That was just a few
Leadership.
months ago. You founded that. You certainly have power. You can make that call. Are you supportive of this?
I've had nothing to do with
Are you
leadership.
supportive of these onesies?
I'm supportive of vaccines.
Are you supportive of this clothing, which is militantly anti-vaccine?
I am supportive of vaccines. I will. I want good science, and I want to protect.
But you will
vaccines.
not tell
All right,
the organization
enough
you
of that.
founded.
What about, are there ones for me, an adult baby, in my private life?
I would have just been like, Senator, that's not a baby's onesie. That's what I call a dong tee. It's a T-shirt for your dong.
And guess what? This dick ain't vaccinated.
Yeah, not at all.
No vax, no circumcision, dog.
No, why would you do that? But yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot
This is going on.
Yeah, that's going on. And then as DeepSeek tanked NVIDIA, and then everyone was like,
Well, then there's also have you seen some of the conspiracy theories about DeepSeek?
all right, so this is some of the things I've heard. Let me know if you're the same.
Okay.
So the paper comes out. These young buck, all under 30-year-old Chinese kids released the DeepSeek, released the white paper, released it for free, open source. And they said this cost us, I think, all in $55 million to just create this. And they benchmarked it against OpenAI's newest model, and it was pretty similar.
Yeah.
Oh, if almost as good, like within a couple of percentage points. And everyone lost their fucking minds because Sam Altman's been going around for like the last 2 years. I need trillions of dollars to constantly build, and I need all the chips on the planet, which obviously people thought is driving an AI bubble. And now people are saying, oh, no, this is bullshit. The CCP's lying, trying to fuck with America's AI.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main conspiracy theory. Now,
Well,
today I read they trained DeepSeek on OpenAI or stole some of the fucking technology, but I haven't.
Well,
paid
there's
much.
that.
Yeah.
So then there's the thought that they can't use the higher end NVIDIA chips, right? The TSMC chips, right? Because there's
Yes.
export controls on them.
Yes.
Okay. And then there's people who have pointed to the fact that Singapore's amount of chips imported
I read that.
is exponentially larger. Singapore could obviously have some tech firms.
Sure.
But there's not any.
But it raised some eyebrows.
It
when
raised
we
some
looked.
eyebrows that maybe there's some, and also just like I don't trust any financial figure from China, right? Because that's basically the entire issue that we've talked about that before, where it's like all these tariffs that Trump talks about, like he talks about them stupidly, but they're
What do you mean?
like he just is all over the place and nonsensical. But like
the percentages change constantly.
yeah,
It's all-
we're supposed to be putting tariffs on any Chinese good that is subsidized by the government, and all goods are subsidized by the government. And then they just go, no, we didn't do that.
Yeah.
And so I don't believe any amount of money that they've said.
It's hard to believe. Look, why?
Well, I mean, it's the
also,
same thing-
Why would they tell the truth?
It was the same thing the Soviet Union was doing during the Cold War, which was they were saying everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all this prosperity and look at all this stuff we can do. And then it just fell apart.
But then it was also interesting today so that point's been coming up. And then some people were like, in real time, when Sputnik launched, there was like American propaganda saying that no, they didn't actually do that because it was the Cold War, and it was like we can't let the American people think that another country, our enemy, could have this sort of technology. So I thought it was an interesting point. I probably am leaning more towards a little fuckery by the Chinese government.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was like, look, they did launch Sputnik.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it was real.
Yeah, it was. I think so.
Well, did Kubrick do that? Did he?
I think Kubrick did do it. It was Kubrick Rasputin though.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Fucking love Rasputin.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't like. Yeah.
I don't know, but it definitely made people. I think the head of NVIDIA lost $100 billion or something.
Which is crazy because the stock share went down like $20.
Yeah, it was like 17%. When I looked at the price on NVIDIA, I was like, wait, is this like it didn't? Samsung's like at $1,000 a share or some shit.
Yeah.
And NVIDIA, for the last year and a half, has been the most important company on the planet.
Well, that's what they've been
In the
saying.
bubble.
Yeah. That's what they've been saying.
Yeah, I hear we need AI.
But it also it does seem. Also, like, here's the thing: DeepSeek's open source.
Yes.
So and OpenAI used to be open source. That's why it's called OpenAI. And so it seems like we could just copy what they're doing.
That's all. And they also released their paper, and I read one asshole on Twitter.
And it seems like what they would do is they would, if I was China,
yeah,
I would fake this whole thing and then make us spend a bunch of money replicating it.
That's good.
Trying to replicate, be like, why are we getting this wrong? We have the fucking information, and then just now we're not doing the right thing. And then you're like, whatever, idiot.
Moron, why would we tell you the truth, idiot?
I was reading a couple weeks ago about them figuring out how to, like the Chinese government was spending a lot of money because a big part of what we can't send over there is like the devices that are cooling the servers.
Okay.
So that's a big part of the export controls also. So that they're spending a ton of money researching that. And then all of a sudden this comes out and it's like, I'm reading about them spending all this money trying to figure out how to cool things to work on the other chips.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a couple weeks ago. And now all of a sudden they're like, actually, we've had this whole thing the whole time. And that seems a little fishy to me.
Yeah, it's like, and
And the Chinese government was saying we're working on our own cooling systems.
Oh,
But if you've got this other thing, why are you working on this thing?
because like the whole thing, like in the paper and the math of like how they were able to do this,
They're very good at math, I hear.
they're very good.
Yeah.
So the math was like they were able to
Invented the abacus.
really.
Yeah.
Sick.
The Chinese did that.
Guess what, bro? We got Texas Instruments, dog. Fucking graphing calculator.
Idiots.
Bombs. The math was like they were able to figure out
Runs doom.
they were to figure out a way for like them to get more computing power out of less, which then would lead to not having to cool down chips, like you just pointed out.
Oh.
Yeah, and someone was like, I looked at the math and it was looks correct, but that's just some asshole on Twitter.
Wait, you just read that from some dude?
It was a long post though.
Oh, okay. It was a thread.
Not even a thread. No, this guy fucking just put like a big block of text. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
Which I don't know what I like better.
I think it's a
like
small
thread
brain
better.
move.
I like a thread better because then today I like saw some ridiculously long thing. I was like, I'm not fucking. Why would you even take the time to do this, cuck?
Yeah. Fucking bitch.
This is fucking the social media.
Break this down into snippets. Fucking bitch.
I like a fucking snippet.
Yeah. What are you fucking doing? I like to fucking. The internet is a cocktail party of ideas. I need a little. Come through with a canapé. All right, motherfucker.
I want a little fucking.
Put that shit on a toothpick. I want to see the fucking needle and thread there.
Yeah, I want that emoji. I want a number one, a slash, and then a general idea of how many threads I'm going through.
Yeah.
1 of 12. Ooh, I'm gonna be here for a minute.
Yeah. Or maybe not.
Or, yeah, I might get bored and say this guy's a fucking moron.
Yeah, but I'll at least read 2.
Oh yeah.
You put up a wall of text. I'm like, dog.
Yeah, it's fucking awful. It's
I
like,
got fucking 3 books halfway fucking read on my fucking coffee table right now. Like, you think I'm not.
Like, how important do you think you are, dog?
Who in the fuck?
Like, this is a novella in a fucking goddamn Twitter post.
Yeah.
I could barely read.
Especially
So
now.
I guess it doesn't matter whether it's a block or text or a thread.
Yeah. How do you think Trump is going to react to the whole Deepseek thing? Because he's got the Project Stargate last week, which we were anti also.
Wait, a lot's happened. Stargate was
The
500 billion.
Yeah,
the 500 billion.
Which they don't have. They didn't have. Elon Musk said they didn't have it.
No, I mean Elon's on top of it. Also, Trump has ordered Elon Musk to save those astronauts that have been locked up in space for like the last year. He ordered
In the
him.
Phantom Zone? I don't think that's a good idea.
No, it's actually
that's General Zod.
It's not
Fucking
Zod.
idiots.
I think it's a.
He wasn't Zig Heiling. He was Zig Zodding.
Oh no.
He was Zod Heiling.
Oh no. I don't want a Kryptonian to rule over us.
No, they're so powerful.
They're bad powerful.
I feel like I could push Trump over and run away.
All right, there was Stargate. And then he shut down all aid, all government money now just goes to the Trump organization, I think.
Oh, good.
all Pell. If you get a Pell Grant, you have to actually pay Trump.
Oh, nice.
You don't get anything. You
It
just,
all goes to Trump University.
yeah, you get a bill for a Pell Grant.
And also, this is just a preemptive thing for all the Trump people out there who are going to be like, oh, what are you shitting on Trump already? Go back and listen. Go to the archive on gasdigitalnetwork.com, gasdigital.com. Use the promo code HSR. Go check it out.
Get that fucking code.
We were shitting on fucking mumbly fucking mushmouth Joe Biden
Yes.
for the last 4 years.
Yes, and guess what?
I think anybody who's the president sucks balls.
They actually gargle nut.
Gargle nuts. Any past president, present president,
Also,
future president, you are a cock-gobbling fucking bitch. All of them.
Also, I know Trump heads are out there. I know, man. He fucking. Guess who was fucking screaming Trump's got this in like March? This fucking guy and that fucking guy.
We did say he was going to win, but he is
Off
really
the fucking rails. I
And
mean,
Har-
this is
even Harrington, who is the biggest Trump guy I know, was just literally like, he's just bad at being the president. I was with somebody on Saturday who was like,
only took you this long to figure that out.
I forgot how much of a fucking psycho he is, huh?
Oh, it's like fucking. It's exponential now. Like it's intense. Like in New York, I would say after the day after the election, it wasn't as bad as it was the first time.
But it's building.
But after the inauguration,
Which is
people
so
got
weird.
fucking like on the trains. People were like, "Oh Jesus Christ!"
Yeah,
It's
people.
real now.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
It's weird. It was a delayed reaction.
What did they think was going to happen?
I don't know, but it's been fucking wild. Like,
It's like they were hoping for their own insurrection, and it didn't happen.
oh, that was never gonna happen, man.
But I feel like people were like, somebody's going to fucking.
Someone has to do something.
Yeah, like it's like, I mean, one.
But yeah, so I referenced the fact that I think we're recording this on a Thursday, so I think on Monday or Tuesday, it came out that Trump's cutting off all federal grants to everyone outside of Social Security.
So supposedly he meant to only cut off. He said nothing that goes to anybody that's an individual, right? So that
Yes,
was
that's
like Medicare and Social Security, but Medicaid portal was shut down because that goes to states,
Mm-hmm.
and then the states fund it.
Yeah.
But it turned out it was just it was poor wording in the executive order.
It was an incompetently written order, and there's a staff that's kind of incompetent around him.
Yeah.
So
It's like when you order something without with a substitution and the waiter has bad penmanship
Sure.
and then you don't get that substitution.
you might
And
get
then the
something
guy's
added on.
like, "Oh, the chef must have fucked up." And it's like, "No, I think it's you that fucked up.
yeah, bro, you're the one who fucked up.
It's you."
But so it was like whatever. I think it might have been Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday evening when it dropped. And I'm like I'm just scrolling Twitter like a fucking idiot. And I'm like seeing everyone lose their mind. I'm just trying to like figure out this can't possibly be real.
I had a tweet pulled
And
up.
by the way, it ended up not being.
Yeah, it was cutting off like DEI shit, which is what
Yes.
he kind of got elected to do.
I mean, yeah. Him and Doge are like,
Yeah.
fuck, no DEI.
Ron Wyden tweeted some shit from Oregon, the senator from Oregon. He was just like, "This is just an end run to get rid of Medicaid and Medicare completely."
Yeah.
And then like an hour later, Trump was like, "Hey, sorry, we turned that back on.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mistake."
Might be. I'm just the president, man. I'm just a simple caveman
Whatevs.
lawyer.
Well, I mean, me and Harrington were talking about this before the show. He wrote that executive order, which, by the way, there's a bunch of stuff he's done that have just been fucking stupid, that do nothing. He's just like, people are just putting stuff in front of him and he's just signing it and just this is the one is the government only acknowledges two genders.
Yeah.
Proclamation.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw this out there. Has anyone filled out their taxes under Joe Biden? Because it asks you your gender. There was two choices the whole fucking time. The government has only ever acknowledged two genders.
No. This is an executive order now. It's real now, dog.
I'm just saying, the federal government has only ever acknowledged two genders. Yes, they did put some trans people in positions of power under Biden,
Yes.
but those people identified as women.
Yeah. That was they identified as one of the two genders. That
Yeah.
were all like, it's like, what dog isn't on the fucking thing?
Yeah.
It's just we're all cooked. I don't care what side you're on. Either you're on the winning side or the losing side, or you're playing the middle. We've all been fucking cooked.
No, but hold on. Let's get to this. Can you get to the definition of a woman in that executive order?
Yeah,
And I have another one afterwards that people were flipping out over, that they were stupid for flipping out over. So we're going to expose both sides. I have something that the libs were flipping out over that they were very dumb about. And now let's talk about the Republicans being very excited over this, and they were very dumb about it. Harrington, read me the exact wording of that.
Let's hear it.
As somebody with a daughter, I would like you to read this.
Are you the presidential actions defending women from gender ideology from whitehouse.gov?
Yes, what the definition of a woman is and when it is determined. It is, he said, at conception. Whatever you have at conception. Everybody has XX chromosomes
Yes.
at conception. And nobody has sex organs at conception.
No.
Not,
You're-
I mean, I did. I had a fucking huge hog back then. But it's just me. I'm an anomaly. I'm a genetic freak. I'm not normal.
All right. I heard you're back on Twitter
He's
too.
fat!
Yes, that's a basic biology fun fact.
Yeah.
It's literally 8.
Just a poorly worded. And look, here's the thing. It's like Trump is in his 80s. He might just not remember that. But I also don't think he wrote that.
Of course not.
So who wrote that? Jerry Falwell?
Only thing he fucking writes is his fucking signature.
Yeah, it's real big.
And tweets. He like bangs out tweets. Bangers, one after another.
Yeah.
Fucking guy's prolific.
Ka-ka-ka-ka.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
He's lighting motherfuckers up.
Yeah, just fucking going ape shit on the goddamn Twitter box. But, and again, I remember when the first time he got elected, like the day after, I was like, it's not so bad that, and I've said this plenty of times before the show, it's not so bad that Trump's president. It's all the scumbag grifters that come with him. The fucking pilot fish of assholes and liars and fucking grifters that just swim up his asshole to get money. And it works. So why don't
Yeah, but that was par for the course for everybody.
Yes, I know. But it just seems, you're 100% correct.
Didn't we talk about 2 weeks ago fucking the hypocrisy of Biden's oligarchy speech?
Yes.
When it was last week.
That was
when
last
we literally
week.
said, we were like, yeah, you had to stop running for president because the oligarchs on your side were like, we're not going to give you any more money. Like legitimately, like literally they said, you can't be president anymore. Sorry, Joe. And then you gave a speech on the way out.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, Eisenhower lived for 20 years with the military industrial complex mad at him. You're going to be dead in 6 months, motherfucker.
It's not going well. All right, so what was it? All right, so
I got one.
the gender thing.
But here's one that the libtards were very upset about.
I'm a libtard cuck.
I have a drop.
Is there a drop for that?
Yeah.
I'm a liberal cuck, libtard cuck.
Love you too.
I got this. Hold on. It's pretty far back because, of course, it had to become an argument. So Trump had he basically there was a bunch of stuff going around like Trump made bribing politicians legal again. And so it goes back to this order. It's an old executive order from the White House that he just got rid of. That was like basically fucking toothless. That it was just he got rid of the need for an ethics pledge from everybody from the executive branch.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. This is the New Republic. They're fucking the most libtards. And here are the provisions in the thing that supposedly makes it illegal
Is
to
this
bribe
the Schedule
politicians.
F thing?
Yeah, but here, listen to this. This order is not. This is in the order that he got rid of. This order is not intended and does not create any right or benefit substantive or procedural enforceable at law and equity by any party against the United States, its departments, agencies, entities, its officers, employees, or agents, or any other person. That means the person getting bribed, there's no law against them. It says it in the thing. It was literally just, there's a revolving door clause in it that says you can't, if you can't leave and go work for somebody in the sector you were working, you can't, and you're just, the actual penalty is only, you're banned from lobbying for 5 years.
That's okay. That's it.
Now, how do you look up the definition of lobbying? Because I'm pretty sure it's just asking for stuff.
Oh yeah.
How can you, how do you say that somebody, I mean, I know you have to register legally as a lobbyist to represent groups.
Okay. That's like an actual position.
Sure.
Okay. Seek to influence an issue.
Yeah,
That's
but can you see if there's like how do you become a professional? Like, what do you need to become a professional lobbyist? If there is I don't think there's a license.
Hold on, I'm looking right now. You have to be a notary at first. We could have him lobbying for Gas Digital right now on the Hill.
It's gas. It's right in the name,
Also-
dude. Drill, baby, drill.
That's right.
That's what we're changing the name of this podcast to. By the way.
Or frack digital. We're gonna get into that shale. I mean, there's a lot of money in it.
I think I heard that. It's a boom town.
Oh hell yeah, they love meth. Those frackers fucking love it. How else you guys stay up getting that oil, baby?
It's true.
So what we're trying to tell you is this is a
Become
roundabout.
a lobbyist.
What's that?
Become a lobbyist.
Become a lobbyist. I mean, that's
There you
fucking.
go. Harrington.
So there's no civic licensing body for lobbying in the United States. Instead, lobbyists are required to register with state and federal governments, meaning they must disclose their activities and clients, but do not need a formal license to operate as a lobbyist.
So, okay, you have to disclose it to become a lobbyist. And you get banned from lobbying if you go into lobbying after leaving the government. You get banned from lobbying for 5 years. What's to stop you from just saying, I'm not a lobbyist. I just personally believe these things.
Sure.
Literally, there was nothing there. It was just a stupid thing.
Yeah.
It was just like Trump being like, no, I'm not going to sign your fucking ethics pledge. Fuck you. You can't make me do stuff. Which, I'll be honest, I'm more power to him for these fucking toothless bullshit things like the fucking Stock Act and all this horse shit that exists. And it goes, see, we're doing it. And I've said it a million times, and I know I'm fucking repeating myself. When you see a politician say, I'm an American citizen, how come I'm not allowed to invest in the government? Then what you should do is call that congressperson, Nancy Pelosi's office, and say, how come my banker's not allowed to hold individual securities, but you and your billionaire husband are? So we did 1-on-1.
It really, but this conversation comes from, at least in my point of view. So like with social media and with the news cycle, so
We're both a little too online is the actual problem.
that is. It's really important, I think, if anyone listening to the show is really important online. Like it's like the entire thing is now fed into like everything is a reactionary. Our culture is reactionary.
Well, we were talking about right before the show started about the helicopter that crashed into a plane.
Yeah.
And it was from what I was hearing in the moments after this happened, like within minutes of this happening, somebody showed me a video. I was at the bar. Somebody showed me a video, and they go, he just fired the head of the FAA. Yeah. And I was it was the TSA, not even the FAA. And I was trying to think of the words FAA, but I was tired, and I was just like, still not drinking. It wasn't because I was drunk, but he says TSA. I go, the TSA doesn't do that. I was like, what the fuck is it called with the fucking air traffic control? It's the FAA. Yeah. It's not like you fire that guy.
So
apparently the air traffic control it's from what I heard this morning, is that the way they worded their command to the helicopter, it seems like the helicopter was looking at a different small jet. They were both small, short flight jets, right?
Yeah. So it was I think a 60 passenger American Airlines flight and a Black Hawk with, from what I read, three service members on there. But I saw that happen, and like within an hour of it happening, I was on Twitter, and the entire discourse was, it's Trump's fault. It's not Trump's fault, and conspiracy theories and people trying to figure out flight paths and listening to scanners and all this shit. When like it's been under an hour, and there's a lot of people most likely dead, and it turns out they're all dead. Everyone's dead.
Of course, they're all dead. It was a helicopter crashing into a plane over a frozen river.
And then also, like, you saw the explosion. It was a fireball in the sky.
Yeah.
But also, like, with all these people, like, reading scanners and, like, getting information out there. It's like, 4 people are alive or 14 people are dead. Like, it's just, we're too locked in. There's too many options to get information. It's just straight up is true.
Yeah.
And anyone who's telling you that they're fucking the ones telling you the truth,
the
they're fucking lying
Chinese
to you.
government to tell us what is true and what is not true. Either that or some sort of Ayatollah.
We need a Deepseek, but for America. Yeah. Just tell me what I shouldn't remember.
Yeah. Come on, Skynet. Fuck. Go back in time and change things.
It's just a bleak, dark fucking...
It's actually not, though. It was very nice out yesterday. I went for a run.
It was nice out yesterday, but it's just like being too online will make you feel that way.
But everybody's too online.
I think we're probably online a little more than most, but everyone is.
No, but
online.
everybody's online enough to just see headlines. Mm-hmm. Actually, somebody just right before the show, the person who I was arguing with about the executive order thing that we were just talking about, the bribery thing, sent me. It was like, I feel like this is what you're always talking about. It goes, for 1 year, do not read any headlines. Only read the body of articles that people send you or post, and especially read their captions, see how angry they are. And they're like, if it's paywalled, and they're literally like, pirate it. Mm-hmm. And I do that to people all the time. People are like, this is paywalled. When I send them like a counter argument, I go, here's a paywall blocker.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go to archive.whatever. It'll fucking give it to you.
Here's a paywall blocker. Fucking just, if you're not willing to look, first of all, Google paywall blocker.
That what?
What?
Huh?
Yeah. There's a whole mega thread on our piracy.
It's not hard to figure out.
Dude.
Educate yourself.
I'm stupid. I could steal anything on the internet.
But it's just really...
I once got caught stealing a Playboy magazine from an Arab newsstand.
Oh my God, dude.
Those guys aren't even allowed to look at naked ladies.
No.
Unless they're about to fly a plane into a Black Hawk.
Well, then they'll. Oh, what is that part of the conspiracy?
What?
But what I'm trying to say is,
You know what I call
Let
those pilots?
what?
Black Hawk clowns.
there it is.
Bang, bang.
That's the name of the episode. This is fucking perfect, and we're gonna fucking do a parody of Black Hawk Down.
You know what the family of the people on the planes are doing?
What's
Black
that?
Hawk frowns.
Oh, it's sad. It's really sad. It's just always take a breath before reacting to some bullshit you see. Read the body of the article. It's a perfect way to put it. Don't read the headline. It's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah. And honestly, I would even go jump 2 paragraphs down and then start reading and be like, oh, maybe I missed something. But go 2 paragraphs down first.
Yeah, because then you'll get the point of what's happening.
Yeah, then you'll get the information.
The detail.
Yeah.
Not just the AI summary.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ almighty. Apologize for getting so political the first 37 minutes of the show.
I think we've been keeping it like kind of funny.
Hopefully, I think
Black
so.
Hawk frowns was
Black
pretty
Hawk-
good.
Yeah. I'm just fucking lining up these fucking clowns on Mogadishu. I guess I guess you'd have to fucking the helicopter have to crash in a carnival of some sort.
It's true.
Fucking whacking all these clowns.
Yeah. It is weird how it did turn on a dime though. It's like as soon as the inauguration happened.
Yeah, it was
like-
definitely a vibe shift.
Yeah. And by the way, the fact that you even just said vibe shift,
Uh-huh.
I don't like how that's in the lexicon.
It's fucking it's in my head now, you know what I
It's
mean?
just vibe shift. Everything's a vibe and a vibe shift and fucking
it's
things happening. It's just things that are happening.
You know what? All right, let's. Nah, man, it's a vibe, and it's shifted from what it was before.
How are we just how are fucking journalists saying the word vibe
Yeah.
was something that fucking just hippies said when they had the original anti-vaxxers who were rubbing crystals to fucking cure fucking stupid Tim Apple's fucking cancer in his asshole.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Apple, sorry.
Steve Apple. All right. So this is another thing that popped
His
this week.
pancreas was all gooey at the end of it.
I mean, it was curable. It's really annoying.
Which is crazy because Jimmy Carter always told me pancreatic cancer is incurable. But yet somehow, former president, only person in his family to not get it. And fucking Steve Apple fucking could have had it cured.
Jobs, man. And also, we
used to have-
it's Tim Cook and Steve Jobs, not Tim and Steve Apple.
I thought they were a gay couple.
Only one of those
They
guys
got
are
kicked
gay.
out of the Garden of Eden for eating the apple, and that's what turned them gay.
Oh, I read some wild shit on fucking Twitter that has nothing to do
Wilder
with
than the thing I just said.
Well, it's kind of
These two fucking what do they call Lilin fucking demons from the Garden of Eden got kicked out because they fuck each other through an apple. They dock through an apple.
It's like
They didn't
call
have
me by your
foreskin
name.
back there. Yeah.
So Silicon Valley and Y Combinator, Peter Thiel's outfit is a startup incubator. It's just grooming young men. It's just a grooming situation. It's almost
To
Epstein-esque. Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to
Y Combinator.
Exactly. You want access to VCs? Oh, everyone in Y Combinator is under 23 years old this year. They're all guys or 98% dudes.
Oh, can you pull up a picture of some of these hot twinks? Let's rank some of these Y Combinator hot twinks.
So I've read like multiple posts. It's just like a bubbling little thing, you know, amongst like
Rich homosexual men.
I mean, they are in positions of power, and there are many young men who want money and have ideas for.
And they're at the
great
bottom
apps.
of the corporate ladder. It's almost like they're power bottoms.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at some point there will be a Silicon Valley freak off exposure type thing. You know what I mean? Or exposed.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, the richest people in the world.
Well, yeah. I think it was Epstein's Island because Bill Gates was there.
Yeah, but I'm talking about new school. Like Thiel, I don't think was on the
okay.
island.
No, because he's gay.
Weren't he known?
This is him right here. I'm gay. That's Peter Apple.
God damn it, Chris.
So I have it here. I have some images from the winter batch of 2024.
Yeah, winter batch.
That is, if you count, there's 2 women across both of these pictures, and there's a very
Both of them are waitresses.
There's a very small note at the bottom where it goes through their demographics. It breaks down everything by like what industries they're in, what their ethnicity is, and then one line here about 11% of the people are women. So,
What does it have anything about their ages?
no.
Scroll up to the ethnicities. Asian, 25%. Peter Thiel, Rice Queen.
Middle Eastern, 5%.
Multi-racial.
South Asian. Oh, white. White, 36.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
We're number one. We're number one.
Getting groomed. Wait, go back up to
I'm
what?
gonna groom you, son.
I'm gonna groom you. Go back up to like the business. All right, 65%. I fucking love B2B SaaS. You know what I mean? Love business to business software as a service. Always on LinkedIn talking about how I'm just getting my B2B SaaS sales on.
Okay. I thought that was when a black woman argues with another black woman. It's B2B sassy. That's what I always ever heard it. I never read it.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So I always I always heard it on podcasts. And I was like, why are these white guys talking about these black women getting all up in each other's faces?
I just got an idea, dog. We fucking write a script, Requiem for a VC. And it's about these kids.
Viet Cong.
Sass to sass. This is a joke for anyone who only people on LinkedIn. I'm sorry.
Dude, you can go super viral on LinkedIn.
I would just get
We should
kicked
be
off the fucking
focusing on going
surface.
viral. LinkedIn. Hey, we're some founders trying to fuck. Where the young boys at?
Sass to sass. Check out what
Post this on our LinkedIn page.
yeah. What is there a Red Note LinkedIn that I need to get on? Like balls Deepseek. What?
Deep throat sing.
Oh, so tying into all this shit.
So LinkedIn closed its main platform in China in 2021 and replaced it with InJobs.
InJobs.
Yeah, you can jump on there.
InJobs.
They also have my a professional social networking site that is popular with entrepreneurs, managers, and white collar workers.
Okay. I might just go on my Red Note and ask where I should join. I'm trying to pitch sass to sass. Mashed potatoes, sass to sass. I like that movie because it's completely believable.
Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could happen.
All right. Did you also see the New Yorker article, like the Cruel Kids Club?
I saw
the cover. I didn't read this.
I saw the cover, and then I saw something doxing one of the girls on the cover.
Yeah. So all right. So there's a link to like a Google image search, and so it's like I want to look at the picture. I want to look at the cover, and then there's the pictures from within the article also.
Yeah, make those like large. But even actually, you can if you go to like archive and get through the paywall because the main picture on the top of the article is pretty good.
Yeah. So this is essentially an article by the New Yorker. Someone like went to, I guess, a party for young Republicans, and they interviewed some of them, and some of the quotes were like, I could finally say, you know, like that's the real reason why I wanted to vote for Trump. Da 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 da. Pretty shallow based stuff. But what I didn't read it. I just read a couple excerpts. But what I found very funny was.
Hold on, wait. You're saying that this article has somebody quoted as saying, "I can call everybody."
I could say those. I could say that now. It's
hold on.
okay.
I'm gonna control because you read that in a tweet.
I read that in a tweet. It was
Control F.
Oh, good. See, good. Oh. Later, a former Bernie supporter who looked like the most Bernie supporting person one could imagine, with long curly hair and a plaid shirt.
Oh, it does say
told me
there.
He wanted the freedom to say.
Okay.
Conservatives used to be, blah blah blah. So that's the one art. But what I found interesting was the discourse on the girl that's on the cover that got doxxed, of like everyone like this is what women should look like, and we are so back in America.
Wait. So why did she got doxxed? It's the girl.
But it wasn't like an evil. It was like we just want to know who this girl is because we love her so much because we think she's so hot, which is still technically a doxing. I'm sure she didn't want her personal information out there, but maybe she likes the attention. I don't know.
I mean, she's not even that much hotter than the other chicks in the picture.
So bring up the picture of the girl in the front.
Yeah, the main picture in the.
Just bring up the cover photo.
the
I'll
article.
point out who the girl is because she's like pretty much in the middle.
Yeah.
Girl lower left.
Yeah.
and just
I mean, she's very attractive.
she's an attractive woman, but like that was like,
I
like
bet them titties ain't all that though.
it's just these
Jorge, back me up.
It's Jorge.
Them titties ain't all that.
Nah, not at all.
It's just weird undertones of just like of the discourse of just the people talking about her. It's just I find it very weird because she's not unattractive. She's an attractive woman.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is what we need in this world. This is like America's fucking back because this is the type of woman that we.
Because she was at a party? Because a pretty girl got invited to a party with rich, powerful guys? What is it, Harrington?
Obviously the girl in the hat is the one who should be getting the Sydney Sweeney treatment.
She's in the.
Oh, because she's got the big old titties.
Look at those.
She's all right. So bring up her picture. I thought she was more attractive, by the way. But I like.
It's
brunettes.
just what that picture looks like. That girl is like front and center and just like kind of out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's got the high cheekbones.
Yeah, the high cheekbones. Yeah. But then the other girl, yeah. But I also like the other girl because she also had a vape and a glass of wine in her hand. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But it's just very weird that I'm gonna guess most people didn't read it. I didn't. I read one excerpt. But I just saw people.
Oh, I mean, that's a better pic. That's actually a better picture of her.
But she's just a girl. I think
She's
she
a
goes.
cute college chick.
She's a sorority girl from I think Texas.
Yeah, she's all right.
And it's just again, it's just the reactionary fucking thing of something happens and then let's just drill it into the ground. And watching from the outside is
But
just
what is, I don't even know what is even actually this part. First of all, there is one black guy there
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah. But I guess the article
He does see, yeah, it's not on the cut. Oh yeah, you can barely see him in that picture. I have the actual picture, and if you find him, he's got oh wait, he might be security.
There's two
Zoom in on
black
that.
guys.
All right.
There's black
That
dude, yeah.
guy's probably security.
Yeah.
But this
look at that.
dude is definitely a party goer.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, that guy might be like a Nigerian prince, and the other guy might be his. You know, this is Coming to America situation where he's the bodyguard.
Yeah.
This is a Where's Waldo situation where I'm trying to find what's going on.
Isn't it funny that like for the last like 20 years, as we were growing up, there was the conversation about how do we get the youth to come out and vote? And this feels like the biggest youth movement voting. At least this last.
No, it's just contrary to every other youth vote. Like, or at least young men voting for Trump is typically contrary to what we expect from a youth vote.
Yeah.
And keep in mind.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So here's the thing is like all these kids, if these kids are in their 20s, think about it. If you're 24, let's say you're 22 and you're just out of college. Trump has been a politician since 2015. It's 10 years.
Yeah,
That's since you're 12.
since
Like
you were a child,
literally,
baby.
you start like you might have a couple of like base level, but really just no understanding of just like regurgitating what family members say around you
And what you read online.
And well, yeah, now you have the ability to read online. But like when I was a kid, I could read. When I was that age, I could pick up the Daily News, which was in the house, or my aunt used to watch Crossfire and fucking hate it. Probably why I still viscerally can't look at Tucker, despite the fact I know we have mutual friends and it's nothing personal. And not even just the mutual friends that people know we have that are listening to the show. Like Caesar always fucking said he respected Tucker for vehemently disagreeing with him and giving him a platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but that might be why I can't stand looking at his face. My aunt was just like, I hate his bow tie. My aunt Susie, and she was the only one that ever talked to me frankly about politics. She was a
That's
big,
funny.
She was a big like Clinton Democrat. Fucking yeah, I don't know why people give a shit about this.
Yeah, I was very surprised. Yeah, I guess that's the big thing. Why do you care?
But
It's
also,
one shitty New Yorker article.
it's a New Yorker article. But also, how about this? Like, it's like
That was paywall, so most people didn't read it.
yeah, exactly. So what was this? This was just from the inauguration night.
It was a party for a Republican. If you could find that, Harrington, what the exact event was.
Hold on.
And it was for
It's Monday, January 20th, the first night of Donald Trump's second presidency, and just a couple blocks from the Capitol building that is now pardoned. MAGA army swarmed. Okay, blah, blah, blah. There is, as there has been.
The Power 30 Awards. It was designed to honor influencer who most successfully shilled for Trump during this election.
That's what they're saying in this article.
Yes.
Which is the Power 30 Awards.
It was the Power 30
Okay,
Awards.
all right.
So now if I Google what are the Power 30 Awards, we'll actually find out what it is.
Let's get to the bottom of this, folks. And we're doing more about for this article than 99.5% of the people that read it.
That
Or
read it.
read it.
The Power 30 Awards, an event that honors conservative social media influencers who helped Donald Trump win re-election. Okay. So this is a party for influencers. And you're like, why are there so many attractive young women at this party for wealthy influencers in Washington, D.C., the day of a presidential inauguration? I'm just saying, it's like,
this is great.
Snoop Dogg was like, oh, y'all are calling me a coon for doing this? It's like, well, I'm not going to go do the inauguration? Like, he literally came out and was just like, because he said anybody in the first one was a coon.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, it ain't like that. You know what I mean? Like, and he went and did it. Like, it's like,
But yeah,
relax, folks.
Getting to the bottom of it. Yeah, it's fucking great. That's some good fucking due diligence right there, Chris.
Yeah, just like actually.
Just like looking into it.
Open.
Again, that's the whole theme of this fucking entire episode, actually. Look into the thing before losing your fucking mind over it.
Here's the thing. It will make you crazy. That's why I'm crazy. That's why, like, everybody's like, what the fuck is wrong with Chris? Why does he look like he's aged so much in the last 5 years? It's other things, too. I should stop doing drugs. But doing it and, like, it'll just distract you because you just kind of read anything and you go, all right, I have to read 4 things about this so I can decide what's the actual thing.
So there's an addendum to this. Pick and choose the things.
Yeah.
Pick and choose to your own discretion.
Don't let it get in. First of all, I'm going to throw this out there. If you've got anything to do, everybody's got to get their taxes done. If you do not have your paperwork together and you're sitting down to do it, put your phone in airplane mode.
Yeah, it's a good thing to put your phone in airplane mode.
Maybe have an offline available game because you're going to pick up your phone, but make sure that game is open after you unlock your lock screen.
Candy Crush.
I don't think it should be Candy Crush.
Oh.
I don't think there's an offline mode.
There is.
Maybe Candy Crush then. Something easily addictive that is not Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah.
All right.
Or Red Note, which I'm addicted to now.
Yeah, it was always gonna happen. You look like the Buddha.
They love me on there, dude.
It's crazy.
They fucking love me.
I
keep telling them I'm Mr. Beast.
Let's try to do something that's vaguely non.
Yeah, let's do that and then get out of here. What do you got?
You sent me this thing that is there was a study where they put people alone in a room.
Oh, this is good. So there was this study of like they put men and women alone in a room, either a man or a woman, and they were like sit alone with just your thoughts for 15 minutes. And they had an option. There was a device there that if they touched it, they gave them a small shock.
Okay.
And overwhelmingly, men chose to shock themselves instead of being alone with their thoughts versus women.
No.
But then there was one outlier. Well, I think most men either shocked themselves like twice, like 2 times. But one guy shocked himself 190 times.
Well, that's just funny. That guy, by the way, that's the guy I want running our social media. Harrington, hire that guy.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm just going to put this out there. I would be I understand the male mind enough. Where I know that if you put a man in a room with a button, and you say that button shocks you.
Yeah. How bad could it be?
Or you could be alone where you're going to be in here for 15 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
We'd like you to be alone with your own thoughts. However, this button will give you an electric shock.
Yeah.
My only thought for that 15 minutes is I wonder how hard the electric shock's going to be. I bet I could take that. All I'm thinking about is electric. I can't be alone with the thoughts I need to have because now all I'm thinking about, it's like when you need to jerk off before you can finish your job.
It's true.
Shout out Jeffrey Toobin.
Cumin.
But like, it's just, you're just sitting there going, well, let me just push this button and then I can do the thing they asked me to do.
Yeah, I just want to see how much will it shock me.
Yeah. And then you have to be like, was that really so bad or
Let's try it one more time.
Yeah, was I just like thrown up? Was it just like, oh? And then I was like, wait, that wasn't that bad, was it? I was just startled. Let's try again.
And will it shock me if I just push down a little bit?
Yeah.
Or do I-
Is it gradual? Is it gradual? It's like all my thoughts would be about that. It's like it's a fucking when women are like, "What are you thinking about?" And you're like, "Well, I don't fucking."
It's a Chinese finger trap is what it is, buddy.
Yeah, it's just you have to do it. It's not exactly.
Very fun. It was very funny though. Especially, I love the dude that just kept shocking himself for 15 minutes.
Yeah. I wonder if he realized that that's what helps him think.
Maybe.
But I mean, look, transcranial direct current stimulation certainly helps some people.
Is that electroshock therapy?
Yeah, you just it's very light. There's different places you can place electrodes on your brain. Supposedly it helps with like depression. There's all sorts.
Yeah,
of
I heard
different-
that it actually does have.
Honestly, if
good
you
effects.
dip into the archives, I interviewed 2 neuroscientists about it like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So go find those somewhere on gasdigital.com.
Codes HSR.
Bang bang.
You could also just tune into Legion of Skanks recently and see how much smarter Chris got once he started getting shocked.
Yeah.
I did start by the third shock. I did start answering better questions.
And guess what? We beat Gomez and Smith.
Yeah, we destroyed them. What's up, Harrington? Harry?
Spoilers, man.
Or did we? Or did we? Everyone knows I lie.
I need like an
constantly on the show.
ominous. I need an ominous. The thing with the gopher turning around button. I need on here for these situations because like when he says that, I can't just be like,
Oh my God, that bulge is
it
ridiculous.
doesn't really make sense.
Probably made no sense when I first said it either.
Nah, I bet you were looking at the fucking fat bulge. This has been High Society Radio. Make sure you go check out the archive on Gas Digital. That promo code is HSR. Harrington, when's our Armored Combat event? May?
Yeah, it's in May in Delaware
And I think I may be coming to hang out with you next Friday.
at Ideal Glass.
I'm gonna try to be there for that as well. We'll give you guys an update via social media this week. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds
And then
great.
for Notes of a Goon next week, we're gonna have our pal Roger in to talk about Armored Combat.
And possibly Sam Ride, the greatest pro armor combat fighter in the world.
So, Harrington really making waves in the Armored Combat world. Some other stuff coming from
Love this.
your boys. This has been High Society Radio. I'm your host, Chris Vega.
I'm Chris Stanley.
Good night.
Do your own research.